Good morning, everyone. I think a lot of you reached out and told me that you wanted to talk about overthinking. So let's talk about overthinking today. I think most of us overthink, and there are a lot of problems associated with overthinking, like you get panic attacks, depression, anxiety, right? It's not healthy habit to overthink. We all know that also. But really, how do you deal with overthinking? So first, before dealing with overthinking, let us understand why overthinking happens. I think our mind is trained to, worry or, rather project things negatively. And the reason why it does it is to protect you. So all the things which are unknown to us, our mind immediately starts, playing out the worst scenarios. And the moment it starts doing that, we start overthinking. And in most of our cases, we are in control of our mind. Mind is not in our control, right? So then how to really bring this monkey mind in our control and how to really stop this overthinking? So the first step, which I say, and it's the first step to solving any problem for that matter, is to understand the trigger. So when you start overthinking, it is very, very important to identify what triggered that overthinking. So I'll give you an example. A friend of mine, the moment any of his relationships started doing well or thriving, he started overthinking whether he was doing something wrong, whether it was too good to be true. He started worrying about future. And why did this happen? This relationship going good was his trigger. So he identified his trigger. Now the second step is you need to identify the underlying belief system which is causing that trigger, right? Now in case of my friend, this underlying belief system was he had seen a lot of broken relationships in his life. So his underlying trigger was that he was not good at relationships and he will most possibly mess any relationship in his life. So he identified the root cause of the trigger, right? So how do you do that? You apply mindfulness techniques, you journal, you contemplate in quiet, you meditate, and that's how you identify your belief systems, right? The subconscious belief systems which are fueling these thoughts. So you do that and you write it on piece of paper. The third step is that you become mindful, you become self-aware. So every time you're thinking or you start getting triggered or you realize you're getting into a loop of thoughts, you realize that these are the triggers which are playing on me and which is why I am overthinking, right? That's what you do. And moment you are able to be aware of something, that moment you have overcome it. You transmute a situation by becoming aware of it. So you do that. Then the third step would be, the fourth step would be to you realize the thought is just a thought. You have so many thoughts in a day. There was a time when I wrote all the thoughts in my mind for a week, and I wrote about 1.5 lakh to 2 lakh thoughts a day. And when I read them, I thought so many thoughts are so rubbish, absolutely not rooted in any reality. So when you start realizing that a thought is just a thought, unless and until you fuel it with reality or you fuel it with your energy, you will realize you can overcome these thoughts. If you decide to look at thoughts as observer instead of getting involved with them, then the thought will just pass away. So you do that. And last but not the least, when you are overthinking, please realize that you are not alone. You can seek help. You can talk to people. You can, talk to anybody who's close to you, and sometimes talking is all you need to get a perspective, right? So talk out your thoughts to people who care about you, and maybe that will help. Despite of this, if you're having chronic problems like anxiety or panic attacks or chronic depression, then maybe it's a good thing to consult a psychologist or a psychotherapist, right? But do try the tips. Let me know if it helped overcome your overthinking, and do let me know if there are any other topics you wish to hear about. And if you like this video, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. Have a great day.